Blackstone presents Becoming Caitlin Clark, the unknown origin story of a modern basketball superstar by Howard Megdal. This book is read by Howard Megdal. To Mirabelle and Juliet, who make the incredible look routine, like Caitlin Clark pulling up from the logo. And to Rachel, life with you is a sellout crowd at Carver Hawkeye Arena, rising to its feet in collective joy. Editor's note. This book uses the Associated Press divider between referring to girls for those high school age and younger and women for those college age and older. Foreword. When Howard asked me to write the foreword for his book, Becoming Caitlin Clark, it was a no-brainer. First of all, Howard is a wonderful sports writer who has invested in women's basketball throughout his career and continues to tell the story about our compelling game. He's covered women's basketball on every level and is the perfect person to tell this story. Another reason I wanted to contribute was my love for this game and the state that I spent most of my life in. Iowa certainly isn't the birthplace of basketball, but it gave it a nudge along the way. We've had basketball in Iowa for more than 100 years. And we may not have always played it the way that you think of, sometimes 6-on-6, sometimes with a rover getting to run the full court. Yeah, we were one of the last to change to the traditional 5-on-5 that we all know and love today. Traditions die hard in this state, a state that loved girls' basketball, especially in the small communities where towns would shut down on game nights. The stars of those teams became celebrities. Parks and streets were named after them, and parades were held in their honor. Iowa is also home to the University of Iowa, where Christine Grant spent most of her professional career as our Director of Women's Athletics and worked tirelessly to promote gender equity in women's sport. And yes, of course, Iowa is also home to Caitlin Clark, the phenom who helped women's basketball reach record extraordinary heights. I first saw Caitlin play in 7th grade, and I knew that this kid had something special. She had moxie, she had confidence, she had game. And I was blessed to coach her. Caitlin came around at the right time. People were beginning to take notice of the great game of women's basketball, and they seized upon this star. She had the skills and the personality to bring our game to the forefront, to record-breaking crowds both in person and on television. Everywhere she went, people wanted to see this kid who could make logo threes.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?